Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So Aries, as soon as I was about to do your read, I got interrupted 2 times as soon as I was about to start. So there might be something about you being interrupted, right? Like immediately as you're about to do something, you're interrupted, right? And it kind of keeps you off of, that's what I'm getting. It's keeping you off of your, when you get a sort of momentum. It's reminding me of a tennis match that I went to once, that there's this guy who was winning the match, right? Basically he was losing, then he started to come back and he got into this rhythm where he was winning. He was winning every shot in a row. It was 20 points in a row he had won. And the guy who he was versing, who was in the lead in the beginning of the match, who was now losing, instead of, being a true, athlete, I would say, with morals, the proper morals, the guy who started to lose, to throw off the player's momentum, he called a timeout because he had a shoulder injury or something, right? And that person's momentum got stalled for 30 minutes, right? So the guy had to sit there. He ate a banana. He kept trying to get off his chair and keep, the flow going. But, who ended up winning the match was the guy who called the timeout and the guy who stopped the guy's momentum. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's something here about your momentum being stopped. And there's an inevitable thing that's going to happen. I'm telling you, there's an inevitability of whatever is going to happen. So whoever is stalling you, they don't understand that. You know what I mean? They don't understand that. I feel like it's destiny. You know what I mean? It's destined. Whatever's going to happen. And this person that keeps stalling you, whoever this is for, they don't get that, but you need to understand that. So it doesn't matter how many times you're stalled, it's going to happen. Same thing with this read. It was going to happen. It didn't matter how many times I got interrupted. It was going to happen. So just keep that in mind. So you're also getting Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide, number 10. This is talking about an ending of a cycle, right? Again, there is something coming to an end, and whoever is trying to stall you, I'm literally getting that someone's just trying to stall you from this ending happening. But with the abundant universe will provide, it's kind of you're going to be, it wasn't fair in the match, right? The person that should have won didn't really win, because the guy kind of cheated. I mean, technically it's not a cheating to call a timeout. It's technically if you need a medical timeout, it's not cheating. But the way that it was done was so strategic that it was obvious that the person was just trying to stop someone's momentum. That's what I'm trying to say. This person is trying to stop your momentum or stop you from leaving or stop your growth in some sort of way. And destiny is destiny. You can't stop destiny. It's so interesting, Aries. I got interrupted again. And what's interesting is that outside right now, a storm is coming. It's about to pour where I'm at, and we have the storm card here, right? So there is definitely something, but this is the divine. You know what I'm saying? The divine is going to cause the storm. The divine is, it's this person keeps interrupting you. So the divine puts something that, rain is a purifier, right? Rain is healing. So with the storm comes the rain. And I feel that, yeah, and I got interrupted 3 times. And you have a number 3 here, and 3 and 6, that's a doubling energy. Exactly. The divine is going to make sure that whatever you're trying to go towards is going to happen, or whatever ending that you seek comes your way. There's no stopping destiny. There's no stopping destiny. And yeah, that's what I'm getting with the storm card. I feel like the storm is the divine bringing that intervention that you need. Again, the abundant universe will provide. This is probably what the universe is going to provide you, right? Yeah, and then we have this King of Clubs. I feel like this is this masculine energy. I think that's the King of Wands, which makes sense, right? If you are an Aries. So yeah, there is an ending of a cycle. There's a doubling of energy. The divine's going to help you with this ending. There's a lot of chatter or gossip. This could be communication. Maybe that is something that you need to do, communicate, and that's what you're avoiding, or that's what's being stalled. There's something here about communication though, messages, talking. It could just be gossip. That's what's kind of getting in your way. There's something getting in your way, but it's going to be eliminated. So yeah, let's pull some cards on this, Aries. So Aries, I'm kind of getting this energy where it's like, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this? That's what's being tested right now. How badly do you want this? Whether it be an ending that leads to a new beginning, or yeah, it's like, how bad do you want this? That's what I keep getting. How bad do you want this? Because the test that you're going through right now, it's like tests. That's what I'm getting. This reminded me of Hercules. You know, in Hercules, like in the movie, the Disney movie, he has to go through all these trials to become a god or something. Like, he can't just become a god. So he goes to find Philoctetes or whatever to become a hero, to train to be a hero. And, you know, then he has to go save all these people, and he keeps doing all these things, and he's still like, I don't know how, like, why haven't I become a hero yet? And then the true test is at the end when he saves Meg's life, right? Like, he gives his life for another person, and then that's what makes him a hero, right? So it wasn't, yeah, it was necessary to do all that training. It was necessary to fight, in a sense, because that's what led him exactly to that moment in time where he was going to save Meg. And then because he saved Meg, he, you know, he transformed into a god. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this. It's like, you're going to be going through a lot of trials, and some of them I feel like are in your mind. Some of them are like in the head, you know, like they're not even 3D things. They're aspects of yourself that you're going to have to juggle. And I feel like the ego is one of those things. Fear is the last one, though. I feel like the first one, the first thing that I'm seeing here is abundance in reverse. So it's like it's pulling on your abundance in some sort of way. This could be money. You know what? You go through a loss in money, or, you know, there's a loss on the 3D where it makes you feel unstable. And that's the first thing that I feel like happens. But what I'm getting with this is that it's all divine orchestration with the storm, right? Just how, like, again, Hercules, it was all divinely orchestrated in such a way that he was going to end up having to save Meg's life, even though he didn't know that at the time. That's what I'm getting with this. Is like, you don't know this at the time that you're doing all these things, but there's a reason behind every single one. There's a reason, because it's going to lead you in the end to what you're looking for. And I feel like where you're going is the Ace of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then you have 3 aces here. You have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Coins. So you're obviously going somewhere very important. There's a lot of aces here. This is like a divine, again, right? We're ending something and we're beginning something brand new. And the line between the beginning and end always merges. There is no distinct line, right? They merge into one another, an ending and a beginning. So it's interesting because that's exactly what's happening here. There's a merging of the ending and beginning for you. And this beginning is going to be so sweet. That's what I'm getting. Sweet like nectar, sweet like honey, sweet like this is what you've been waiting for your entire life. But you have to get yourself there, right? And it's through trials. It's through hardship. It's through feeling uncomfortable. Look how they kind of want you to, they want you to get out of it, right? Like you're gonna be on your way, and then you're gonna be like you're gonna be free to go, and then you're gonna get interrupted, right? And then there has to be a shift. Like, okay, I'm gonna free myself, because that's all I can do because I have to keep going. You go again, and there's something here there's a lot about the dark and the light here. I honestly feel like these are trials within you. There could be some sort of interference on the 3D. The first one, right, might be 3D type interference, but all the other interferences I feel like are going to come from within you. Like interferences in the mind, like this is never going to work out. This is a dumb idea. This person, whatever. You're going somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going somewhere. You're on your journey, and you're headed somewhere. You have the Chariot as well. Like you're headed somewhere, and I feel like you're headed towards these aces. And I feel like this could also have to do with a lover. So you're like you're going the right way, but you know when someone's like, oh, if I see a sign, then I might turn back around because that's a sign not to go in that direction. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. You know how sometimes it's like the easier path is the path people take, because that's like, you know, people look for signs, and right now you're going to be opposed. Like that's what I'm getting. Everything is in opposition of you, but for a reason. That's why I keep saying, how badly do you want this? Aries, how badly do you want this? That's how I know you're going the right way. Even though you have a lot of reverse cards and trials and ego and fear and shit, this is the right way. It's like the divinest breadcrumbing the aces, right? So it starts with the Ace of Cup, right, in the beginning. There's a lot of doubt. There's something that there's an interference. They give you this breadcrumb to let you know that you're going the right way. So you're like, okay, I keep going. There's another interference. Then look what's up here, another breadcrumb. They're like, keep going. Look, 2 breadcrumbs, right? Keep going, keep going. The last one is going to be the hardest one. The last trial, the last thing, you came out like this. So again, it's really up to you. This is what I'm trying to say. How bad do you want this, Aries? How bad do you want this? This is coming up sideways. And this is going to be the hardest trial for you, whatever this third thing is. I got interrupted 3 times. And you have like 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There are 3 trials, 3 like tribulations. 2 I feel like are of the mind, and 1 I feel like is actually physical. And you might think the physical, like a barrier, like a wall against you, right, might seem like the hardest thing. No, the hardest one is going to be you against your ego. The hardest one is you facing yourself. The hardest one is, it's like, you know, when you go through the dark night of the soul, you have like one thing that really hurts you that you just really can't take a look at. It triggers you beyond, you know, there's like no way you could look at it. You've been fighting it your entire life and you just refuse to look at it. It's like you have to face that before you get to where you're going. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the last thing. There is something here that you're going to have to fight against. And that's what I'm getting. It's like 3 trials. 3 is a divine number. And then you have 7. 3 and 7. Yeah. There's a divine thing going on here. But again, it's like, don't listen to, oh, well, this has a lot of resistance in this path, and this path seems to be very like hard. This is the harder path. This is the harder path. This must not be the right way. No, this is the right way. The divine is breadcrumbing it, so you know you're going the right way. Like they're dropping you the candy to follow, like Hansel and Gretel, right? The witch leads them to the house with candy. This is like that, but the opposite, right? Like the divine is leading you to your 2 of cups, but it's gonna take you, there's trials. And honestly, I feel like you have to face yourself at the end of this. The biggest thing opposing you, Aries, is you, not somebody else. The 3D is the first thing that opposes you, and it honestly makes you feel kind of trapped, but it's not as big as this last one. This is the hardest one. This facing yourself, the darkness within yourself, that is the hardest trial. That is the hardest thing to like pass. That's what I'm getting, Aries. So it's kind of like going into the dark night of the soul, one like very maybe quickly, but having to take a look at that thing that you just have been refusing to take a look at. That might be it. But you're coming up sideways. So again, it's up to you. It's like, how badly do you want it? You're gonna have a choice. You have a choice every single time. And I don't know how it's gonna be to get here, but yeah, I don't know time-wise how long it's gonna take or how long you've been on this journey, but there is a Queen of Coin here at the bottom. She's coming up in reverse. This might have been a blockage, right? You were putting in work with somebody, or this is the person that you want to put work in with. This could be the same person. This Queen of Cup, this Queen of Pentacle, this could be the same person. So if they have water, it could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and if it's Earth, it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, those are the signs here. But we're coming up with you, Aries, as the Emperor. This person might just be an Empress. There's a confusing element here, which I feel like, again, is the path of like resistance, the path of like what seems easier. This path seems to be very hard. So this seems to be the path that you don't want to go down because this is the harder path. But I feel like this is the right path because there's something about these aces that are like the indication that you're going the right way. But again, the hardest thing you're going to have to face, Aries, at the end of this is yourself. Right? This is not the hardest thing. The hardest block that appears in the beginning could be like a person actually interrupting you, someone interrupting your train of thought, someone that keeps coming back from the past, like someone that annoys you, like something like that, something 3D, something trivial. And you might think that that's like a big deal, right? But it's not. The biggest one is you, your shadow. So what leads me to believe is like this is a soulmate, because you can't really truly be with a soulmate if you haven't healed, and especially if you haven't integrated the dark. So at the end of this could be like, you know, this person's already dating somebody. This person is never really liked you. This person, they don't love you. This person will never love you. Like things like that, like the harder things that you need to hear. That's what this last trial is. and then you get to your Two of Cups. So this seems very intense. This seems like, you know, you're going to need help, and the divine is already there helping you. So again, it's how badly do you want it, Aries, because you're going to have to fight for this. Let's pull some advice, Aries. I was also getting The Wedding Singer. I don't know if you guys like that movie, or if you've seen that movie, or that like movie resonates in some sort of way. But when I was shuffling in the beginning at The Wedding Singer is like an Adam Sandler movie. But if you know that movie, you know that he has to like go and fight for her at the end, right? Even though, you know, again, I just feel like this could be having to fight for this again, it's like fighting for this Two of Cups. It's like fighting for love, fighting to get to the person that you want to get to in some sort of way, fighting for the life you want, fighting for the love that you want. I mean, we have almost every ace out here. But yeah, what I'm getting with this is that, you know what I'm getting with the birds too? It's like, you know, right before the storm, the rain comes, the birds are like all over the place, like having this like, I don't know, like right now it's about to rain here and the birds are kind of going crazy. And that's kind of what I'm getting. Like there's a lot of signs that you're going to see in the 3D, like with the birds, the animals around you. And that's kind of signs that those are signs that you should look at them as signs. Like if you see birds around you a lot, or a specific bird that keeps coming into your field of vision, right? Like that is something that you should take notice of. There's a lot of animals here with the birds. Again, birds are a symbol of the divine too. And these are sparrows, and sparrows usually work together, right? Sparrows are better, but greater in number. Again, I feel like it could just be like a little warning that, yeah, you're going to have to go through the storm to get to what you want, right? It's not going to be like the easiest thing. That's what I keep getting. That's all I keep getting this read. How bad do you want this? Yeah. How bad do you want this? You have Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. You have to choose it. And you also have to be the one to fight for it. What makes somebody an emperor, right? What makes someone the emperor is, I feel like, integration of the shadow. Taking a look at the things that most people never want to take a look at, right? Like there's, in the dark night of the soul, I feel like there's always a way to cop out, right? And not really finish the process completely. And I feel that you have to kind of finish the process completely. You have to integrate completely. You have to look at your shadow, face it, and say like, it's okay. You know, integrate it completely. Face your shadow. Face those egos, those fears that you have. Like, oh, I'm not good enough for this person. Oh, I have like, whatever. I heard, yeah, like I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not, you know, they could find someone better. Like all these things in your ego that kind of terrify you. Oh, this person. There's so many examples of this in movies, right? Where the hero is on their way to the battle and then they get kind of caught up in a nightmare, right? Do you remember in Harry Potter when Ron is trying to get to Harry? I forget the part of the movie, but he basically sees Hermione and Harry like kissing each other, and it's like his worst fear and his worst nightmare. And like he has to be able to beat his worst nightmare before he gets back to peace. And that's what I'm getting here. It's like you have to choose the life that you desire. And I feel like that's by facing your deepest fear, facing that trial. Again, it's like, how badly do you want it? Because it's not going to be easy, right? And I also think Lilith is about it's a choice, right? It's a choice. So Lilith chose to leave who she was with because she felt like they were not for her. She chose to leave Adam to be with somebody who she felt would be better for her. And again, this is, if you know The Wedding Singer, I don't know why so many movies are coming up. I don't know if it's like, I have no idea, but maybe you watch a lot of movies, maybe you love watching movies. I mean, who doesn't like watching movies? But maybe you just personally like love movies. So you know you're like relating to me because I'm like, why am I getting like every movie in their mother like in this read? But yeah, in The Wedding Singer, she had to choose between two people. And same thing as him, he had to choose between two people. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Like there could even be choices here that you have to make to get to this point. And there might be times in the path where you're like, I chose wrong. Like I shouldn't have gone this way. This person is going to reject me, whatever. Whatever it is that your biggest fears are, you have to conquer them now because that's the only way you're going to be able to live the life that you desire to live, which is over here. you want this Two of Cups. It's like, how badly do you want it? So yeah, look up Lilith if you feel like Lilith can help you. I mean, she's coming out to tell you, like, she wants to help you. So like, look her up. Maybe her story will like motivate you. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. And the Buffalo right now is also trying to help you. So guys, I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.